channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the next best books to add to your 2025 TBR list. Because if you're anything like me, you have also read nearly everything under the sun and are looking for the next book to get overly emotionally attached to. So let's begin. If you had one takeaway from this entire video, let it be this book right here, Long Live Evil by Sarah Reese Brennan. This book was pure genius, a fantasy romance between two villains with a touch of dark humor. I mean, what could be better than that? Our main character, her name is Ray. She is dying of stage 4 cancer and she's given the opportunity to live inside of her favorite fantasy series and meet some of her favorite fictional characters. But when she arrives in the world, she realizes that she's not here to play the hero, but she's actually supposed to be the villain. And I absolutely love that for her. I think she's such a humorous character. She was just a fighter taking hold of the situation. There was not a single second of a victim mindset, which I found really refreshing. This book is relatively new, but I have no doubt in my mind that this could be the next big thing, so add this to your TBR, please, because you will absolutely love this book. Next up, we have Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I could physically feel the magic based off of the descriptions inside of this book. It's about this girl named Ophelia who has to join the Phantasma games, which are these deadly games, in order to save her sister and pay off this ginormous debt, because the winner of Phantasma is granted virtually any wish they want. When she first joins the games, she meets a charming stranger named Blackwell who offers to help her navigate the games because she has really no idea what she's gotten herself into, and he agrees to help her for the small price of several years off of her life, which she agrees to because she is desperate. This book was just a blend of fantasy, magic, and romance with a high-stakes plot. And if any of those things sound good to you, then you would definitely enjoy this book. Next up is The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. I originally got this book based off of its beautiful cover, but I am so glad that I did because this was one of the most entertaining books that I've read all year. It's enemies to lovers, and I'm sensing a bit of a love triangle in the second book. In this world, the 12 gods of Olympus are no longer allowed to fight each other, so instead they choose mortals to fight on their behalf. Our main character was selected by Hades to represent him inside of the competitions that the gods set up in order to determine who would be the next ruler of Olympus for the next 100 years. But she doesn't know why Hades would select her to be his champion over any other mortal. Obviously, Hades has this ulterior motive that she wants to figure out so she doesn't end up becoming a pawn in his game. This book was also a major slow burn, and her main character is just so lovable. Even though she's competing against other people in a very deadly competition, she still doesn't lose sight of her morals, which I really respect and appreciate in a main character. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars, and I will be reading the next one when it comes out. For our next book, we have Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. This was such a fun read with high stakes and an intriguing plot. It's witch x witch hunter, with the main character being a witch posing as a social elite in order to gather information and help other witches survive. Our witch hunter, who is also the love interest, is totally onto her trail. This book had a lot of cat and mouse themes with both characters just trying to throw the other off. This story was just so interesting because both of the main characters are really smart. I was happy just seeing how they tried to trick each other while being really sociable to each other's faces. I think this was one of the better books that came out in 2024, and I recommend it because I really don't think you could go wrong with reading it. Now for some most anticipated books for 2025. Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, the third book to Fourth Wing. If you haven't already read Fourth Wing, what are you doing? Go read it. I am so excited for this book. Xaden is now Venom. He is evil, which I don't know about anybody else, but I am so ready for this. I am ready for Onyx Storm to turn into enemies to lovers because the tension and banter between Xaden and Violet was one of my favorite things about Fourth Wing, and I'm just ready for that to come back. I've already ordered the book before the beautiful sprayed edges run out, and I cannot wait to find out what evil Xaden is like. We also have the next Hunger Games book coming out, Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I am so excited for this book because I have not gotten my fill for Hunger Games yet. Also, I pictured young Haymitch to be really cute, so I'm just excited to see how that turns out. Those are all of the recommendations I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other video requests, please let me know down in the comments, and see you soon.